Well, I want to talk about proteins here for a second, and I guess yesterday's action wants to make me talk about lean hogs today. And basically, we've been in this $8 whip fest. It's kind of chopped a lot of folks up. It's been kind of, down and dirty, but it looks as though we're trying to carve out a little bit of a low. But I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, so we're going to try to break out of this $8 chop fest. It's still going to be volatile, but keep an eye on that range, because that's been where we've been as of late. And yesterday's movement looked as though we were just kind of doing a pretty decent short cover, or getting those shorts out. Capitulation, we like to use that big word sometimes. So that's kind of interesting. So again, a chop fest within that $8 range, that's something to keep an eye on. And it looks as though, or I guess feels as though, we kind of got rid of some shorts, or sometimes we say capitulation. I like to sometimes put it this way. When you've got guys that are just short the market, they sometimes cannibalize themselves on the way out on a rally, right? They kind of push it up on themselves, getting out of their positions by buying the market back themselves. So it kind of felt like that a little bit again yesterday as well. So, and the price action's positive again today. So it looks as though we're getting a little bit of a confirmation of that. And then finally, when we do get to these inflection points, when we're starting to try to kind of carve out a low, these areas can be ultra sensitive and pretty volatile, and they can turn on a dime quickly until we finally get some sort of confirmation, right? So be careful. This is an area of higher volatility. It takes a tweet to kind of have everything melt in your hands. But again, at these inflection points where we start to carve out a different direction or try to establish some sort of pattern, it can be ultra volatile. And then lastly, I'll say this. There's been a lot to be said about this Beyond Meat and all these crazy things about this fake meat stuff out there. But does anybody else find it odd that they're making something for people that don't like meat that tastes and looks exactly like meat? I don't know about you, but kind of funny to me. Anyway, we'll leave on that one, but hopefully that was some decent information and you can kind of get an idea about whether or not we've got a trend building here or not.